So last week we talked about how are you? That was the question that I asked. Somebody reached out to me and said, thank you for asking me how I am. So then I started thinking about last week and how I actually treated myself to a cool gift. Got myself a new monitor. You all know about it. And then I said, well, wait a minute. Let's ask this question. How often do you treat yourself? Treating yourself is healthy, and it doesn't matter what you get as long as it puts a smile on your face. We got a treat tonight. You know why? Because Dr. E is back, and it's Monday. Have faith, let it begin. Starts right now.
Have faith, let it begin. When it starts right now.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Ariel, can you say have faith?
Let it begin.
Let it begin?
Let it begin.
Say have faith.
Let it begin.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay.
It's a boy.
Hi, Noah.
Noah!
Noah! Happy birthday, Noah!
Caitlin.
You did amazing.
You just put those there something.
Noah.
Good morning. You listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin. And it starts right now. How is that, Daddy?
It was good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin on this Monday edition. If you haven't checked out the CROC podcast, awesome episode. I really think you should take a look at it. It happened yesterday, and I really think you will get a lot out of it as a patient. Dr. E, happy Monday. What's going on, my friend?
Happy Monday. I love today's subject matter. It's being good to yourself and being a cancer doctor and a advocate for survivors and thrivers out there with the diagnosis of cancer. I can't think of a better philosophy, a better mantra, a better life, enactment than to treat yourself well. Not to go out of control outside of your budget, whether it be your financial budget or personal budget or whatever, in your relationships and things like that. But please, 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 Angel, treat yourself well. You agree?
Absolutely. And that's why I wanted to start off with you, because I figured I know you treat yourself. I know you go out, you visit, you travel when you have your spare time, which is, I don't know how you make time for yourself, but when you do, you always make time for your family. I don't want to speak for you, but tell me when you hear the word treat yourself, what does that mean to Dr. E?
I think that, first of all, there's, of course, the hidden philosophical part, right? And when we say treat yourself well, I think a lot of us, have issues with self-esteem or really feeling worthy of being, of having anything nice done for us, or even if it's ourselves doing it for us. I think we don't really think enough of ourselves. We're self-deprecating. We put ourselves down. We don't have a good view of ourselves. And I think that's the first level that we have to talk about, is being good to yourself by realizing that you are one of God's creations and you are perfect in your imperfections. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I would beg to think, and I know this is true from Angel and from Rod and me, you go out there and you really, bust your butt every day in your work, whatever it is that you work. And it doesn't matter whether you're a doctor, whether you're in charge of the switchboard, whether you're, working as an engineer, whatever it is that you're doing. You could be making McDonald's hamburgers. I don't really care what you do. There's no one profession better than another. But hard work is holy, and you deserve to treat yourself well because you work so hard. Number 3 is being good to yourself as far as expanding yourself. I'm a big believer in expansion, whatever that is that you want to expand, whether it be knowledge or whether it be reading classical novels, writing poetry, trying to catch stripers in the surf, knitting a blanket, whatever your passions are. You need to indulge yourself in those passions, because we don't have much time on this blue-green marble that we call Earth. So why deny yourself some of the things that give you passion, that drive your passion and give you pleasure? And certainly what I'm a big believer in, besides being good to yourself, is being good to the ones you love. You don't have to love 8 million people. You need to be nice to 8 million people. You need to be nice to every single person you come in contact with, but you do not, but for the 20 people in your life that are your homies, whether they be part family, part friends, or whatever, spare no expense. And again, I'm not talking about the expense of money. I'm also talking about the gift of time. Spare none of it, because before you know it, you're not going to be here anymore. And that's all I have to say about that, Angel.
I agree. And very well said. Thank you for that point of view and that perspective. I think for me, I have a couple philosophies that I live by. Number one, I treat myself on every holiday. I treat myself on my birthday. But my greatest joy is recently treating my children. When I treat my children or my wife to something, I feel like I've automatically treated myself. So don't wait for someone to buy you flowers, treat yourself. It's important to just get yourself the gifts, ladies. And to gentlemen, don't wait for somebody to buy you a monitor. Buy your own monitor. And if it's not flowers, ladies, then chocolate, a new book, or a trip to a salon, or a pretty candle. You can spend so much of your time doing things that for others. That's the key. And isn't that the best part of your time, is doing something for others if you don't want to do something for yourself. So that's how I leave it. I am grateful and honored that I get to treat myself every Saturday or every Friday when I'm with Dr. E. There is no greater best friend for me. Even when we spend 5 minutes on the phone, 20 minutes on the phone, I feel like it is a lifetime. So I'm honored to share this a moment with you, and I'm honored to treat others on how they feel. Let's close out with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for allowing us the ability to treat each other with gifts, with prayers, with words of wisdom. We ask you, Lord, now to come into our hearts and allow them to say, you know what? I'm going to treat myself today. Maybe with a cup of coffee. Maybe I'll get my colleagues a dozen donuts or some munchkins. Allow yourself to feel good about the decisions you make. Always remember that no matter what doors you pick, God is behind you and will lead you to the path of righteousness. May God be with you. May he shine his light upon you and grant each and every single one of you peace on earth. And never forget.
God bless you, Angel. Have faith, let it begin. See you next week, guys.
All right.
Thank you for listening to Have Faith Let It Begin. We'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. We're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right. You and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.
Thank you for listening to Have Faith Let It Begin. We'll be back tomorrow.